Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, spectators from all over the world, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the live announcement of the results of the election for the position of the IHO Director. The election of the Secretary General and Directors, this time for the successor of the outgoing Director, Mustafa Ibtis only, is an important element in the life of the IHO and a function under the remit of the Assembly. Due to the postponement of the second session of the Assembly, originally scheduled for April, this election was conducted under special arrangements by correspondence. Before I proposed this deviation from the routine, I considered various options how to manage appointment of a new director in times of pandemic. I had a look into the history of the organization for presidencies and consulted some of the previous IHO presidents to understand how they made decisions in comparable situations. My final motivation, however, to suggest election by correspondence, however, was the situation of the individual candidates who needed to be able to organize their professional and personal lives based on a spring election, whatever the outcome. The positive decision and your final approval of my proposal is regarded as confirmation of this fair, pragmatic, and emphatic approach. So, starting on April, the Secretariat adapted the established election procedures for the Assembly to a remote voting process. The usual ballots in envelopes were sent out by post to be returned the same way. But in view of the current uncertainties over the reliability of postal services, an option for digital voting was offered as well. The digital voting option is technically based on our acknowledged IHO online form system and was specifically designed to maintain full security and, likewise important, anonymity. The deadline set up by the Secretariat to receive voting ballots in paper or digital form was the 1st of June 2020, midnight Central European Time. This morning at 9 AM, the ballot box containing the sealed envelopes with folded paper ballots was opened for counting in the presence of the scrutineers designated by the Principality of Monaco. On the same occasion, the number of electronic votes received for every candidate was decoded from the anonymous compilation. The scrutineers validated the combination of all paper-based votes with all digital votes received. They also verified that there was no unintended double voting and checked the number of expected votes against the votes received. The figures match together, and I'm therefore now in the position to inform you about the counting outcome and the final voting results. So here comes at first the counting outcome. The number of IHO member states who voted is a sort of a record. Altogether, we got 81 out of 89 member states' responses eligible for voting. 6 came in paper and 75 came in digital. The number of electronic votes and paper ballots expected based on that 81 member states who have voted is 334. We checked in the presence of the scrutineers the number of valid votes, either in electronic and papers we received, and this number is identical, 334. There's no invalid vote and there's no abstention. So the final number of valid and affirmative votes retained sums up to 334. I now come to the final voting results. The final voting result in combination of both paper ballots and electronic votes is as follows. Captain Alberto Costa Neves received 79 votes. Rear Admiral Luigi Sinapi received 144 votes. Rear Admiral Shepard Smith received 111 votes. Consequently, the elected candidate is Admiral Luigi Sinapi from Italy. On behalf of the entire Secretariat, I express my deep appreciation to all three candidates and congratulate Admiral Luigi Sinapi on his election to the position of the IHO Director. To confirm this result formally, let me, as IHO Secretary General, declare that ex post facto approval of the result of this election is now deemed as to have been given by the Assembly. The Secretariat now looks forward to welcoming the elected director, who will assume his new role on the 1st September 2022, starting with the handover from his predecessor. I'm now inviting the incoming director, Luigi Sinapi, to address you with a personal statement. Please, Luigi, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Matthias. I'm quite emotional, and good morning from east to west, from west to east. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. And thank you all, distinguished delegates of the IHO member states, for your support. The result of this difficult and strange election, dominated by the terrible pandemic that is afflicting the whole world, is very special for me. 35 years ago, I joined the Italian Navy, and only 1 year later, I decided to make a choice. My future in the Navy had to be hydrography. I have been very lucky to become the national hydrographer of Italy. But my real dream remained unchanged till today, to join the IHO. Someone more important than me and all of us recently, in a speech to the mankind, used 4 simple words: live, love, dream, believe, to resume the aspirations of each of us. In these last 3 years, I lived working very hard for hydrography and the hydrographic community in my country and for the IHO. I loved intensively my job and the element, the water, our ocean, to which we owe our existence. I dreamed to realize my dream with energy and determination. And finally, I believed in my own strength and in the support of the IHO member states. And the dream, my dream, has become reality. And now I can't wait to start working for you, distinguished delegates of the IHO member states, and for the IHO, having clear in my mind the priorities for the IHO, based on improving the ocean knowledge, to contribute to the security, safety, and economic health of our planet, and the blue growth for a sustainable and inclusive growth in the marine and maritime sectors, enhancing the cooperation among states and within regions and interregionally to promote and maximize IHO visibility and tailor capacity building to the needs and demands of member states, adopting and implementing the S100 universal data model through a consolidated strategy. All that with the principal aim to contribute to make IHO more visible, more attractive, and more authoritative for the benefit of the international maritime community. Let me finish this speech with some additional and particular thanks, because this result achieved today is the result of a great teamwork. First of all, I want to thank my beautiful country, Italy, and in particularly the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation and all the Italian diplomatic offices in the world, the Ministry of Defense, and particularly the Italian Navy and its chief, Admiral Cao Dragone, for his immense support given to me, and the Istituto Idrografico della Marina and its staff, always very close to me in these last 3 years. Without all of them, I wouldn't have been able to get this outstanding result. A special thanks goes also to the IHO and the IHO Secretariat for how they managed these complicated times and the election for IHO Director. And I want to finish my short speech with a dedication. This result is dedicated to the woman of my life, my wife Loredana. She never stopped helping, encouraging, and supporting me in this endeavor, and along all my career in the Navy, and now in the IHO. So thank you all again for your support. And as I said before, I can't wait to start working for you, distinguished delegates of the IHO member states, and for the IHO. Thanks a lot again.
Thank you, Admiral Sinapi, for your committing and emphatic statement. In compliance with the tradition, I'm now inviting the outgoing director, Mustafa Ibtis, to address you with a personal statement too. Mustafa, please.
Dear friends, dear hydrographers, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I sincerely congratulate and welcome new elected director, Admiral Luigi Sinapi, and I wish a great success to him for his demanding role. I believe that as my successor, he will contribute greatly in the IHO activities for the next 6 years. I am now completing the final months of my 8-year service at the IHO. I have extremely enjoyed serving the global hydrographic community as IHO director. It has been immense honor and privilege. I believe that I have fulfilled my duties and functions to the best of my ability, which were mainly for IRCC activities, capacity building, coordination of the regional hydrographic commissions, and also the recruitment of the new member states. I joined the International Hydrographic Community in 2006, and I have enjoyed every moment of my hydrographic career over the past 15 years. In particular, the last 8 years as IHO director in Monaco. I believe that as one of the members of the IHO Directing Committee, and together with my fellow directors and wonderful staff of IHO Secretariat, we have achieved the mission and objectives of the IHO and successfully implemented the annual IHO work programs in the last 8 years. Throughout my tenure, I have particularly tried to raise the visibility and profile of the IHO in the international maritime community and actively contributed to the IHO international coordination activities and capacity building program. I am very proud of what we have accomplished over these last 8 years as IHO team. In this respect, as highlights of the last 8 years, I have humbly tried to contribute in IHO outreach activities and raising awareness on the importance of hydrography and nautical cartography and the role of the IHO in the international arena. Development of IHO capacity building strategy, effective implementation of capacity building program and training courses, and also increasing the capacity building fund from 300,000 euros to more than 1 million euros annually. Proactively engaging the recruitment of new member states and increasing the IHO membership from 81 to 93. Smooth transition period from the previous structure to the new IHO framework. Improving data gathering and management and maximizing the use of hydrographic data and promoting the new crop source bathymetry concept. Improving the standards and quality of the paper charts and also ENC, electronic chart productions, and also maritime safety information, MSI activities. Promoting maritime spatial data infrastructure, MSDI, and provision of geospatial data. Actively supporting the JEPCO and Seabed 2030 projects and also IBAC board activities. Supporting the administration of the IHO Secretariat efficiently to provide better service to our member states. Improving communication and coordination among the member states and also between the member states and IHO Secretariat. Supporting the IHO Council activities, coordination of the preparation of the IHO Assembly, contributing to the Regional Hydrographic Commission activities and stakeholder events, contributing to the IHO Centenary Celebration activities, and also representing our great organization actively at the relevant international platforms. Dear friends, taking this opportunity, I would like to thank all IHO member states who elected me in 2012 and re-elected me in 2017 as IHO director. I am very grateful to have been given the opportunity to serve the IHO. I would particularly like to thank all chief hydrographers, the chairs of the IHO committees, subcommittees, working groups, regional hydrographic commissions, and also stakeholders from industry and academia for their continuous support, cooperation, and friendship during my service over the past 8 years. It is greatly appreciated. I also thank the Monaco government and core diplomatic community in Monaco and national and international diplomats who kindly supported me. I have been extremely pleased to work with my fellow IHO directors, previously Robert Ward and Gilles Bessereau, and currently Dr. Matthias Jonas and Abri Kamfer, in close cooperation and solidarity. Many thanks for their great assistance and collaboration. I am also thankful for having received a great support from all IHO assistant directors, in particular Alberto Costa Neves for capacity building activities, and wonderful staff of IHO Secretariat. Last but not least, I would like to thank my family, in particular my wife Yasmin, for her outstanding, extraordinary support throughout my career. As a conclusion, I wish all you a great success in your future hydrographic and nautical cartographic activities. I also wish fair winds and following seas to our great organization, IHO. I will be in Turkey, in my home country, after September for my retirement period. I hope to see you in the future IHO events and at other opportunities. Please take care and stay well. All the best. Thank you and goodbye.
Well, thank you, Mustafa, for your kind and personal words. Very personal, I must say. Let me take the opportunity to express my pleasure to have worked with you who are so dedicated to the IHO subjects for the last 3 years. As we planned this event, we were hoping to present us more jointly as directing committee in the presence of the camera. You know, all that social distance prevents that today, but I can assure you that we jointly worked for the last 3 years on an excellent basis. And as Mustafa pointed out, I think we made some good achievements. Before I close this session officially, I would like to thank the Principality of Monaco for the nomination, the ability and the excellent work of the scrutineers, Mr. Tidiane Kumar, who is here in the room, and he nods to that, and Monsieur Pierre Boucher, who is present as well. Finally, I wish to express my satisfaction and gratitude to all member states who first approved the adoption of this uncommon conduct of this election and then voted so diligently. I hope to meet you here in person, not too far from today. For now, I say thank you to all and stay well. Goodbye for now.